5 players you need to trade for in fantasy football. Number 1 is Brock Bowers. For his first 2 career games among tight ends, Brock Bowers ranks number 1 in targets, number 1 in receptions, number 1 in receiving yards, number 2 in fantasy points, and number 2 in yards per route run. He could legitimately be the number 1 overall tight end in fantasy football, and he's going to be impossible to trade for once he starts scoring touchdowns. Number 2, go trade for Jameson Williams. He ranks top 7 in targets, top 5 in receiving air yards, and top 10 in fantasy points per game so far this season. He ranks as wide receiver 20 in the rest of season Walter Picks app rankings right now, and he's got a chance to finish even better than that with this type of usage. Number 3, go trade for Ja'Marr Chase. Chase is only averaging 9.8 fantasy points per game, which ranks 41st among receivers this season. The problem has been the volume. He only has 11 targets through 2 games. There was not a stretch of 2 fully healthy games for Ja'Marr Chase last season where he only saw 11 targets. Number 4, go trade for Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk was eased in week 1, playing just 60% of the snaps after missing the entire preseason. In week 2, that jumped up to 87% though. In week 3, it's probably going to be near 100%. With CMC and Debo sidelined, now is a great time to buy low on a receiver that has a top 12 weekly ceiling. Last but certainly not least, go trade for Chris Olave. Olave has not benefited from the Saints' hot start. He's averaging under 8 PPR points per game so far this season. But he did see an encouraging 40% target share for the Saints last week. The problem was the Saints only had to throw the ball 15 times in a game that was not close. I am buying the dip on Chris Olave before the Saints play in some